Hi, it's me again. Well, I'm just gonna kind of tell you about this book that I'm reading. It's called Alt Ed, and it's kind of like me, like if you're being bullied because you're overweight or any stuff like that, just you have to ignore it. But what I did and the girl in this book did is they go to a group, um, and you you have to kind of read, like, people read you on the outside, but they don't know who you are on the inside. So you kind of have to give them, like, that idea of who you are. Um, I used to always avoid talking about myself and finding out who I really was because I was always pretending to be someone that people liked. But the person I was pretending to be was what people hated, like, extremely. I got called names daily, and it just got worse. Guys would use me, and I think that they love me. And guys just say things, to get in your pants. I mean, that's just it. There are certain guys out there that aren't that bad, and they're sweethearts, but, guys are just immature, and sometimes they don't understand the feelings that they have broken when they just break your heart, and it's not worth your tears to cry over them. If they only liked you for 5 seconds, or whatever, then they're not worth your tears for 3 days. I used to cry over every guy, for months until I got over them, and then it was like, they're not worth my time, and it just, they're dumb. That's like, I don't have my mom or my dad in my life right now. My dad's an alcoholic and my mom's a drug addict. And I have a little brother and a little sister, and I'm trying to be, the bigger person. And I'm trying to tell my brother that I swear if he ends up like any of the guys that I've dated, I'm going to be disappointed. And if my little sister ends up like me, I don't know what I'm going to do. She can't be like me, because I'm not saying I'm a bad person, but, it's just not who I want her to be. She's smart, she's pretty. I don't want her to ruin that because of me, like, oh, my sister did this, so I can do that, Where did it lead me to? Of my stupid mistakes is it led me to be raped and abused by guys that I was dating, and I couldn't stop it. And once you start something, you can't stop it. If you lead one person to think, there's something wrong with that girl, and I'll tell you my story. Of what I did is I told everybody I had sex a lot because I thought that'd make me look cool, and I didn't realize that it would make me known as a slut and a whore. I get called that up and down the hallway every day. And, I just kind of sit there and, like, whatever, And, sorry, there was a fly. I just kind of would have just ignore it. But people don't forget things, like, ever. Like, if you were to get pregnant and had an abortion, they would hold that against you for, like, the rest of your life. And it sucks. It really does. Like, I just kind of wish that, everyone could, just kind of understand that guys aren't everything, I used to think that was the biggest thing, that, that guys were just my everything, But it's pretty much like the thing is that you can go in a guy's life for 5 seconds or so, and within that amount of time, they will take advantage of you, and then they would leave you. like no other. It's like they would drop you within 5 seconds if you weren't good enough for them. I used to always tell myself, I'm going to be a good person and I'm not going to ever sleep with a guy. I'm not going to let a guy take advantage of me. And I lied to myself. But I know better now. My thing is, from now on, any of you girls out there, if you feel like a guy is taking advantage of you and just wants to get with you for like 5 seconds or whatever, wear a shirt, a t-shirt that covers, duct tape, or just tape a piece of paper inside your shirt that says, I am not easy, you will not get with me, I respect myself, I respect who I am, I don't care what you say, we are not going to sleep together, you're not going to tell people anything about me, and we're never going to be together because you're just using me. That's what I'm going to start doing. And I did this morning, and it worked out perfectly because that guy understood that he is not going to use me anymore. I'm not that same girl I was last year. I have changed over the summer. I went to counseling groups. I'm done with the crap at school. I don't like being bullied. I don't want to be hurt anymore. I'm just tired of it all. It's dumb. People make fun of, they judge other people, by their looks and how they act, but they don't even get to know the real them. Like, how I met my best friend, ex-best friend, was in the 8th grade, and I'm in 10th grade now, but we were friends for 2 years, a year and a half, I guess, but we went to school together since the 7th grade. She hated me all 7th grade year. She'd be like, oh, she's a slut, I don't like her. And it was just by the way I dressed and by the way I looked, Then she got to know me and got to know my personal life, my family life, and she got to know my personality. She got to know the real me, not what I just showed other people. And she started to like me for a while, and then we started arguing over guys. And all I gotta say to you guys is, do not let anyone get in between your relationship with your best friend. I don't care who it is. Don't let it be your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, any sort of guy, any friend. Just forget them. That is like your best friend. She was my best friend, and people took it away from me. I took it away from me because of a dumb guy who wasn't even worth it. Used me for about 5 minutes, used her for about 3 minutes, and she wouldn't do anything with him. And then he dumped her for me, and I didn't know that. And then now she hates me. So it's dumb. I don't know who's watching this out there, but guys are dumb. There are guys out there that are sweethearts, and understand how to hurt a girl, But then there are other sweet guys that are like, well, I don't want to hurt her because, she isn't bad. I don't understand all these relationships because a girl can date a guy, and get called a slut. But a guy can date as many girls as he wants within 5 days. And nothing happens to him. But the girls get called a slut, for dating a guy for 2 weeks, And it's like, guys only date girls for an hour and then they break up with you. And the thing that really torques me off is if a guy asks you out, you have to define your relationship. Because guys ask me out, and, I say sure, and then they go, and I see them making out with another girl. And it's dumb, because then you get heartbroken. So you have to define your relationship and know that they are the one for you. It's dumb. Guys don't understand the pain and the hurt. And, girls end up writing poems, really sad poems like I do, and they're heartbreaking, They make people think that you want to kill yourself, but that's not even it. It's dumb. I mean, I've written so many poems just because of guys being dumb, and they're really good poems, don't get me wrong, but they're bad. I mean, later on in these episodes, I guess I'll call them, I will probably, say some of my poems and, just let you know. And I'm the type of person that reads books about, people that get bullied, counseling, psychology, all that stuff, because I want to do something with my future. I want to be that girl who's at the top of my class. And for people that, hurt my feelings and bullied me, who don't graduate, to look at me and be like, she was really smart. After all those years, we made fun of her, and she's the smartest one in the school. And I just want people to do that, I would love for that to happen, because I'm tired of people judging me. Like, it's not worth it. Like, you don't know me. There's a new me now. And I haven't done anything wrong to you. I haven't said anything to you. You guys just all assumed that I hated you and that I was a slut and you left. And that's what really ticks me off. Well, I'm gonna go now because I'm probably boring you, but there will be more later. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Mystic Smith. Please comment and let me know if I'm boring you guys too much. And, you guys, I will give any advice. Like, anything, just ask and I'll answer you. Like, no joke. Alrighty, well, thanks. Have a nice night.